the Celtics.
Entered the locker room with a comfortable lead.
They decided to make a statement in the opening half, and they did it by throwing down dunk after dunk after dunk. I think the rim is still shaking. The Heat were in need of a bit more scoring if they wanted the halftime lead.
Of course, they still have 2 quarters to turn things around, but it won't happen without making some adjustments.
Have a look at the leading scorers for the Miami Heat.
Game trap. Defense.
The Boston Celtics are using defense to create offense, and it's coming off blocks and steals. They're putting in work on both ends of the court.
Player of the half.
Tatum.
And his court IQ were on display as he delivered the ball, putting his teammates in a position to score the basketball. His timing was impeccable. Here we go with the top 3 plays.
Number 2. Number 1.
Fellas, back to you.
First half, very one-sided. What will the second half bring? We'll find out as we're underway.
My ball.
To Jaylen Brown. Deep 2 there, won't go.
You can't fall in love with the jump shots. You have to find ways to maybe even get to the free throw line. Keep your team in the game by putting points on the board.
Count the basket at the rim.
Hey, one of the things I hear all the great teams say in the huddle, they say 1, 2, 3, no mercy. Now it's time for you to go even harder on the defensive end.
Oladipo to Butler. Oladipo. Now ready to shoot at the line.
Just because a team's winning doesn't mean the refs are going to put away the whistle. Play right all the way through.
Oops, he missed the first one. Misses the second as well.
Watch the pick. Watch the pick on your right.
Screen left coming, screen left coming, screen left.
And he'll head to the line.
I say this a lot, and it's only because coaches harp on it all the time. Read the scouting report. Know who you can and should send to the line. This is a case of knowing a shooter probably had a better chance of hitting a jumper than he does of hitting the free throws.
First free throw is good. So he hits the first, misses the second. Lowry with it. His guys down big to Oladipo. Jayson Tatum snatching it out of the air.
Ed, that's light work for a guy with his ability.
Pass stolen by Miami.
You know, Ed, sometimes you're just more ready to play than your opponent. The intensity and the effort is off the charts.
Butler to P.J. Tucker. Baseline drive. Converts in the paint. Nice finish at the rim.
Ed, sometimes less is more. Keeping it simple is the best way.
To Horford. Slams it down.
Man, they are just continuing to pour it on. But the one thing we know about in this league, you have to make sure that you continue to play with energy because leads can evaporate quickly.
The ball controlled by Kyle Lowry. Won't go down. Defender's lucky he wasn't called. Takes stock of the floor. Here comes the screen. To Horford. To Jaylen Brown. Kicks it around the perimeter. Oh, the Heat right there to take it away. Yes, and the foul. And a chance at 3 coming up.
And I know there's so much excitement about the play, but everybody looks at the player. More people need to pay attention to the guy at the end of the bench, the strength and conditioning coach, because this kid's been putting in the time and effort every day in the weight room.
Jimmy Butler trying to cash in on a three-point play. A career 83% free throw shooter. Brown into the front court. His team on top by 13.
Screen.
Tatum. Smothering D.
Shooters shoot, period. I don't want to hear any excuses. That's why you're on the floor. You keep doing what you're doing with that superior confidence.
To Horford. There it is, Al Horford. Quiet night, but 2 for 3 in the contest right now.
This type of game needs to be celebrated. This is the type of culture that is fostered when you play with unselfish players. When you give up a little bit of yourself and you make your teammate look great, that's the difference between winning and losing. So when you see these guys smiling, when you see them giving each other high fives, that's because of the energy that was created from the pass. Pass is one of the most brilliant things we have in this game.
Oladipo to Butler. Al Horford with the block.
That's why a rim protector is a necessity in this game.
To Horford. Pass stolen by Miami. Oladipo to Butler. Al Horford able to recover with the block. Boston with the basketball. To Horford. Shot from the lane won't go. Oladipo into the front court. Trailing by 15. Lowry to Oladipo. Here comes the screen. A bad pass, and the Celtics have it. Tatum. Can't get the bounce.
His scoring has definitely cooled off, but you have to give the defense some credit. They're denying him the ball and really making him work once he catches it.
Leaving no doubt. Slams it down.
You never want to leave anything to chance when you attack the rim. You finish strong every time you headhunt.
Celtics have it. Cruises inside for 2.
Strong finish. That's what you need, regardless of contact, focusing on the rim.
He'd have the basketball. Oh, the whistle. Jay, take your hands off of me.
Ed, you can't lunge like that.
They're going to make some changes with some new personnel on the floor. Oladipo to Lowry. You've got to get that one to go. Brown with it up top. His guys hold a commanding lead. To Horford. And watch him do the rest. Slam dunk.
An easy 2. Get back on defense.
To Oladipo. Tucker to Oladipo. He had all day and all night to knock that one down. Need to hear more chatter on the defensive end.
Every NBA player has a superpower. His, obviously, is that depth perception, because that trajectory leads the ball to the net every time.
Screen coming, Tatum. He's not shy about shooting it from out there, but he misses this time.
In the first half, he pretty much made every single shot. It was magical to watch. But now that you have drawn so much attention, try to get your teammates more involved.
Oladipo. Al Horford. Tipped, knocked away. It's getting dangerous down there.
And I hated getting my shot blocked like that, but I did like getting the ball right back.
Some lineup changes now for both clubs. Butler. Here's a chance from long range. Tough shot there for Jaylen Brown. No good.
Great contest by the D, but I want to see the coaching staff call the same exact play the next possession. Get that offensive player the ball. Let him prove that it wasn't the D. It was more in his own head.
Oladipo buries it on the catch and shoot.
I don't know how he saw his man out in the cut like that, but that was nice.
To Jaylen Brown. Oh, had him going there for a second. To Jaylen Brown. Driving right to the basket. A drive by Brown, but he can't finish. Butler. Free throws coming up.
Okay, now we're on the home stretch, and you got a big lead. Don't let your opponent back in this game by giving up extra possessions.
Bam Adebayo. Couple of free throws on the way. He struggled so far. And hits the first free throw. No back-to-back free throws here. He missed the second. Schroeder to Richardson. Schroeder drains it.
Yeah, and what we're seeing is a brilliant offensive display. You have ball movement, player movement, and great shooting to top it off. You get those three things going, you're going to be a dynamic offensive unit.
Butler to bring it up. Down a bundle. Whistle sounds. We have a tie-up. Jump ball. Time to shuffle things up. They're set to jump it up to see who gets possession. Richardson. Tough matchup against Butler. Here comes the screen. Oh, the Heat right there to take it away. Josh Richardson sends it away.
Just erasing mistakes left and right.
Celtics have it. And his canter above the rim.
So many people think making assists is creating something razzle and dazzle. Sometimes giving the ball up early is the right play and the most efficient.
To Oladipo.
Double team, double team, double team.
Split the D there, but he can't get it to drop. Across midcourt, it's Schroeder. His guys holding the big lead. Oh, highlight moves. Tough to pull off with the defender all over you. To Oladipo.
Light him up. Ice it, ice it, ice.
Butler. To Oladipo. Lets it fly from long range. Rebound comes to Cantor.
And you knew this game had a chance to get out of hand pretty quickly because of the communication. When these guys stepped on the court, Ed, they were yapping back and forth to each other. And that kind of communication, that kind of collective responsibility to one another, you feel that on the court. That's why this team is special.
Oh, emphatic slam. Now the Heat going to use a timeout as their coaching staff wants to talk things over here in this third quarter. Changes coming from both sides right now. Trying to cash in, knocks it down from mid-range.
Clearly not afraid of the spotlight here because that was not an easy look.
Brown into the front court. Looking to make something happen. To Parker. Jabari Parker. That's how it's done. He's 4 for 4 in the game.
He's been doing this for years. The physicality in which he plays. No one wants to see that. You're going to leave the game with black and blue marks all over your body.
Nothing going here on that drive. Nice pass to get things going.
And the defense keeps sticking to those flare screens. Just don't flare out to the three-point line. Flare to the rim for a lob.
Celtics have it. Schroeder to Jaylen Brown. Schroeder to Jaylen Brown. Goes reverse to lay it in.
That's what I'm talking about, Ed. It's that simple. Put the ball in the bucket.
Oladipo into the front court. He'll run the offense. To P.J. Tucker. That's out. Last touch by Enes Kanter. So it's going to stay with Miami. The opposing coach is going to counter. Make some changes of his own. Tucker. Jabari Parker rejects it. Couldn't keep it in. It's out off Jabari Parker. Oladipo. Lowry. Add 2 points to the board. To Jaylen Brown for 3. Now that's a contest.
He was absolutely scoring at will in the first half. But now that the defense has picked up, don't try to do too much. Less is more.
Another follow. Stays out to Jaylen Brown. Parker over to the right side. To Schroeder. Lets it fly from beyond the arc. Not getting the bounce. Lowry to Oladipo.
Here we go. Double team. Double team. Send you down. Send you down. Ice. Ice.
Lowry. Plenty of contact. The shot no good. To Jaylen Brown. Passed it off. Jabari Parker rocking the rim.
That's the intensity you need to see. Whenever a player running back on defense after a dunk like that holds the inside of his forearm, it lets you know how hard he dunked that basketball.
It's the Heat with the possession. And he finishes at the rim.
Might have had an extra dribble or two there, but he got the shot he wanted.
Pass stolen by Miami. Long key from 3/4 court. That'll do it. Third quarter complete. The Celtics